And on this video tutorial, we're going to do some stuffies. I'm going to give you a ton of ideas, but the stuffies that we're going to be making today are going to be black and cream. They're going to be heart-shaped with a little dimension to them. We're going to use some black vintage buttons, some black tulle, and it should be really fun. So as you are hopping on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from, feel free to sprinkle all that good stuff. So this is the one that I made before I came live. This could go in a dough bowl. It could be hung on a cabinet. You could make it into a tassel by, like this one, just by simply attaching some cording and making a tassel down below. It could have been put on a peg or a post or a dowel. So there are tons of things that you can do with this idea. And what I'm most excited about is that I have a new kind of custom fabric I can make with this beautiful new all-over pattern stencil that's called Fleur De Lis. Isn't it pretty? It comes out so amazing. So before I came live, I just took some cotton canvas duck fabric. This is pretty thick and stiff. So you want to get the stiffest, thickest that you possibly can. You can get it at Walmart, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, really any kind of fabric store. And the heaviest, thickest that you can get is the best. I like this oatmeal-y color, but you can also get it in white. And I made 3 different kinds of fabric this morning, and then I heat set them, and we'll talk about that. And so I want to show you, but we're going to mostly focus on this one. So this is the black and white that I made. Is that not absolutely adorable? Can you not totally imagine? We would do it in orange, obviously, or maybe not. Making carrots like these. This is my most favorite all-over pattern stencil called Victorian Pattern, but I don't know. This might be a close runner-up. So I'm just want to give you a bunch of ideas. So I made black, I made some red, and I made some green. I used the Magnolia inks. And then when it was dry, I heat set it with my iron. Let's talk about that for 2 seconds while I have that on the top of my brain. Okay, so how do you heat set? I mean, really, you don't necessarily even have to heat set this because you're not going to wash it in the washing machine. It's not going to get handled a lot, and it's probably not going to get wet. But to heat set ink, once it's dry, you're going to put your iron on cotton, no steam. This is a piece of parchment paper to protect my iron. And you're just going to iron for 3 or 4 minutes with the parchment paper in between, front and back. Easy. And then if this was a tea towel, or a t-shirt or a tote bag or a pillow or something, you could totally even wash it and dry it. It would be completely usable. This Magnolia ink is amazing. Okay, but I mean, this is a decorative thing that's not going to get used, and you're not going to ever want to wash it, I don't think. So, okay, so I made those pieces of fabric, and I'm going to show you how you do that without making a whole nother big mess. All right, so this is my canvas duck. This is all I have left from like 4 yards that I bought at Craft Warehouse when I was in Boise over Thanksgiving. So all I would do is take my stencil, and I've used this 3 full times, and look how good it still looks. You would just take your stencil, put it on your canvas, press it down firmly, get the ink that you want, and you're just going to press it through the holes. It's so easy. And I will save all these little pieces that I have left over because we'll be using them for lots of future kinds of projects. And yeah. Okay, so that's basically it. Then you let it dry fully, which is a couple of hours. Then you heat set it, and then you have your fabric and you're all good to go. All right, so to make these little heart stuffies, where is my pattern? I took a piece of computer paper and I just rough cut a heart. I folded my paper in half because that's how you can get it symmetrical. And I just cut a heart. Easy, easy. But I know someone's going to ask me what size is this, so let me tell you. Okay, this heart is about 7 inches wide. And from this lowest little point to the bottom is a little bit over 5. Yeah, so that gives you good enough dimensions. But honestly, the only reason why I use a piece of computer paper is so I can pin it to my fabric and then cut it out. And then basically what I did, I usually work with it folded in half. I just pinned my piece of pattern on and cut it out, and then I got my front. And then I did the same thing to a plain piece of cotton duck, and I got my back. You could do both of them printed, but you really don't need to. Okay, so those are the first steps. What do you guys think so far? I don't know if you're getting bored of stuffies or not, but I love making stuffies, obviously. I do it here on DiyDreaming all the time. And this one looks a little different from my usual because it has black accents and not the white mother of pearl accents. Okay, so then the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna put your 2 pieces together, and we are gonna sew this. We're just pinching our 2 pieces of fabric together so it will have an indent. And I'm going to start on the front because it'll be hidden with, it'll be hidden by the bow and stuff. So I'm just going to go through it a couple times. Just to cinch it down in the center, and I'll show you in a second why. Otherwise, the whole thing will just be puffy, and I want it to look like it has some dimension. Okay, let's just do a little knot here. Alternatively, if you don't sew with a sewing needle at all, you could put a blob of glue in that spot. Let's do a knot. This needle is very fat and hard to get it to go through my fabric. Okay, so see, it's attached in the center. Then we're going to start gluing, and we're going to kind of stuff as we go along. And I am using my very dirty, very glue stringy Surebonder Cool Shot. This is a super inexpensive, low temperature hot gluing device. It's my favorite. I mean, it's a mini. It has a cord, so it's not cordless. It's under $10. And if you get this on your fingers, you're not going to have blisters. So I'm done with blisters. I've had enough. I'm not going to have them anymore. Okay, so I'm going to start at the top and just start gluing around the edge and pressing my fabric the top into the back. And then we'll leave one side open to stuff. We'll leave the other side open to stuff. A little further down. Okay, when I made this one, I just left one little hole on the side, and it was hard to get the stuff and fluff up to this part. So I want to do that now before it's totally shut, okay? And you could use polyfill. You could take apart an old pillow. That's what I have right here, a pillow. Because when I went to buy my polyfill, they did not have any. So I'm like, well, I just bought an extra firm pillow and I'm taking it apart. Okay, so I'm just gonna stuff the top part of that heart right now. And the little tiny space in between where we sewed it. Can you see how it's kind of starting to take shape? I am really, really, really loving this new pattern. I love to use stencils that are not tied to any one specific season, that you can use all year long, and that can be made almost seasonal based on what the shape is that you're doing with it and what the colors are. And this is going to be super versatile, just like the Victorian pattern one is. Okay, so can you see how I'm starting to get... Let's finish gluing down the side here, and we'll leave the other side open to finish stuffing. I need to go get some more polyfill. So I see lots of people on. Hey Dawn, hey Rhonda, hey Carla. You can fill this as full or not as you want. Oh, Karina says she likes my shirt. You know what? Let me guys tell you this. I thought it was really pretty darn cute. It came from Loft last week, and they had a 40% off sale. I never shop there unless they have sales. But anyways, I thought it was pretty cute, and I know I'll wear it a ton. And I needed something new. You know, in the wintertime when you just get those blahs and you're wearing sweaters and turtlenecks every single day. Okay, so I'm pushing my stuffing in, and we'll glue this little baby shut. And we are going to make the decoration now. Okay, if you have pinking shears or any other kind of like scallop scissors that work with fabric, you could cut the edge of your heart that way. Can you see how it has some shape? And we're going to put our decoration right here. On this one, I put that little cinch much lower, and I wish it would have been a little bit higher. So on this one, I made it higher. Okay. And I thought it would be fun to use some black tulle. So let's just get a bunch of it, like 4 pieces. This black tulle came either from Walmart or Hobby Lobby. I can't remember. This is one of those crafting things that is good to have on hand And I have a whole box of it in my closet in different colors. I don't tend to use it as much as I used to, but yeah, it's nice to have. Okay, so I've got a pile of 4, and then I'm going to cut one more piece that I can tie it with. Tie the center. And I know it's hard to see because I'm working on this black mat here, but I'll lift it up in just a second and show you. I can't see what I'm doing myself. Where's the other piece of this? Okay, so see how it's just tied? And then this is going to be way too big on here, so let's trim it up a little bit. Let's lay this on this so you can maybe see a little bit better. That still looks too big. And you don't have to cut it straight. This is one of those projects where you can just go absolutely wherever you want with it. Okay. So let's glue this in first in our little spot here. And it's already adorable. What do you guys think? This is different. I haven't done black and cream in a little while. Okay, and then, you know, I always want to do lace with mine. So this is just some Dollar Tree lace. I'm going to just cut 2 pieces, and we're going to just kind of do an X. And I'm going to literally just glue it down. And then I'm going to show you. You can cover it up either with, that's too long, either with a pom-pom, and I have some cute pom-poms, or a black button. Okay, this is a package of black pom-poms that came from Dollar Tree. I've had them for a while and I haven't really used them. They're just some cute little black pom-poms, and so I could put a pom-pom right there. And I'm going to show you how I did the hanger, this thing, right here in just a second. But I want to use these black buttons that I have. So one of my sweet followers sent me a bunch of vintage buttons a good while ago, and I think they had gotten wet because the cards are a little moldy. But I'm just going to pull one of these off, and I'm going to clean it with a wipe. The little hearts are adorable, but they kind of disappear in this project. I tried it. Okay, that looks just fine. It doesn't have to be any special kind of button. Use what you have, and most likely if you have buttons, if you like buttons like me, you have black buttons too. And then I'm just going to put my little center in here. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. I don't know how many of this stencil Magnolia is going to have on hand, but here's what I think. If you like this, you should grab it. I'm going to use this all through spring. We'll use it for Easter. We'll use it into summer. We'll use it for 4th of July. And I was doing some research the day before yesterday on all the symbolism of Fleur De Lis. A lot of people just think of it as sort of a Mardi Gras kind of symbol, but it has some very interesting history. And next time I go live with the Fleur De Lis project, I'll print that out and read some of it. I mean, there's some good Christian symbolism with it too. So, in case you're thinking that it's, you know, just a Mardi Gras, just a kind of, I don't know, Louisiana type pattern, I think this is super versatile. Okay, so for the back, I just took a piece of my canvas, and I just took a snip. See that? And then I just tore it and took the threads off, and this is going to become my backing, the thing that, the hanger, if you will. And so I'm just going to make that kind of breast cancer shape, or these are those ribbons that support all kinds of different things, from Alzheimer's to you know, it's not just a breast cancer shape. Okay, and then I'm going to glue it right here. So I just glued it in this little loop, and it really does kind of disappear on the back of this because it's the same color. If you want, you could glue this inside, and then it would be completely invisible. But what do you guys think? I love this. Oh my goodness. And I cannot wait to do about 200 more stuffy projects using this fabric. Next up, we'll do something. I did already cut out hearts in these other two colors, but I thought that the black and cream turned out so amazing that I wanted to just focus on this one today. So look, you could hang this or you could make a tassel like when we did these birds. And you could add that to the bottom. So tell me what you guys think. Let me know if you would like a link, a direct link to this stencil and to the Magnolia inks. And I have a full supply list, so let me know if you want that as well. Let's see, do I have questions? And if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask. Feel free to sprinkle. Take 2 seconds now to do a thumb or a heart, or say something in the comments to see if you've liked and followed this page. Linda, I'll get you the link right away. Okay, the colors. This one is black ink, and it's just coal black. This one is Gray Owl. And they have some glittering inks too that would be really cool. And this one is called Ruby Red. This one right here. They're all adorable. But But oh my goodness, this black and cream is fabulous. Judy, I'll get you a link just as soon as I sit down. Allison, you too. So anyways, I hope you liked this super simple project, that it motivated you, that it started your creative wheels turning, because there are a ton of other things that you can make. This is the Victorian pattern stencil, but I could do carrots this year using this one, and I think they'd be great. It's going to be the shape that you cut it and the color of ink or chalk paste that you would use that really give you the nod to what it's supposed to be. Oh, Denise, that's so cute. Your little meme with the lady's eyeballs turning into hearts. Let's see, Pat, it's next Monday. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. I will get close-up pictures, and I will put them here, as well as just separately over at Dreamy DIY. I'm gonna go get in my comfy chair now and answer questions, send out supply lists to anyone who wants it. I hope, Tina, I'll get you a link within the next 5 minutes. I hope that you have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day. I hope to see you tomorrow, and then I hope to see you on Sunday for Crafts and Crafting. Alrighty, have a great day. Bye.